Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Captain's Writing Room. You got the Captain hanging out with you right now, and I've been working hard on this DS9 model. First off, I just want to take a second and thank all the subscribers. I can't believe I think I'm over 10 subscribers now. I'm pretty amazed. It's only been a couple weeks, and a lot of people are tuning in, which is really cool. So I really appreciate it. I also I noticed there's been a lot of views on the video and some comments. I think the first video has over 100 views already. It's pretty amazing. So thank you very much for tuning in and checking it out. It's really cool. I originally planned to just do 1 or 2 videos a month, and I got kind of into this, so so I've been posting a lot more. Anyway, I just want to give you a quick update. You'll notice I got a little bit of a mock-up going here with the habitat ring. And this red stuff down here, in case some of you may be new to the hobby and not sure what it is, this is a Bondo putty that's drying. You know, I had some problems with the gaps, and let's see if we can adjust it a little closer, but I had a problem with the gaps in here, so I started filling in. I wanted to take a second and kind of letting it dry. I'm going to be cleaning that up all around real quick and filing it down and sanding it down just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. But this was kind of hard to do. I had a little bit of space, and I was just kind of sort of jamming it in there. I had like a toothpick and some other things. I was just sort of trying to apply it in the little hole, in little gaps. If you look at the previous video, you can see it on there. I'm also going to be going around, and you can see there's a little bit of a gap here. Along this seam up here. It's not all the way around, but this is the bigger edge of it here. Again, this didn't want to fit together the best. So what I'm gonna do is, again, letting this kind of dry, and then I'm gonna be giving it some nice small but of Bondo into here, and again, I'll be sanding it down and basically getting it all smooth and everything. And then I'm probably going to cover this thing again with another shot of primer real quick, because this isn't a high build primer, so it comes off pretty easy, and it's a pretty light coat, and I want to make sure we have a nice coat on here before I actually paint it. Of course, I'm leaving off this piece here, which goes on the very bottom, because of the clear red part that I've shown earlier. Here it is here again, just real quick in the camera in case you want to see it. Because I want to leave that red part, red, because it looks kind of nice like that, and so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm skipping that part in the directions, and that's one of the things you want to pay attention to, is sometimes the directions aren't matching what you kind of want to do with the model, so you got to kind of read ahead and take your time. Just remember, it's not a race, and a lot of people hurry up and throw their model together, and it doesn't look so great, and they get all frustrated. Well, you got to take your time, enjoy it. And I'm certainly enjoying this one, even though it's given me some challenges. I'm having some fun. For those of you that aren't sure about the Bondo putty, I'll just show it to you real quick here. I'm hoping Shrekworks gets a commission or something off these guys. He ought to. I know he probably doesn't, but he ought to. You ought to look into that, pal, if you're watching. But 3M makes this Bondo putty. It's really really cool. It's a great filler putty. I really like it. He turned me on to it, and then I watched a couple other guys building their models on YouTube, and they've been jumping at it too. So it's getting quite popular. The other thing is, I started the pylons. This is the upper pylon. I just kind of glued them together. I agreed with the instructions there to put these together before I prime them, because this little piece on the end has to go on. This is the upper pylon because it doesn't have a hole right here. The upper pylons seem to go together really nice. The bad news is the lower pylon didn't do so hot. It's together, but the registration pins, and you can tell it's a lower pylon, by the way, because there's a hole here for the base, because it'll stand in the base like that. But basically, again, the registration pins were not really lined up very good. There's one there you can see. I think there's one on this side, somewhere in here, I think. And I really had to kind of worked this real good to get that in there, and I actually had to sand off the bottom one here. There was a pin on one side and there wasn't anything on the other side, so I had to sand it off so that this would come together. And that was for the bottom pylons. So the tops went well, the bottoms didn't go so hot, but they're looking good now. I'm going to clean those seams up too once these dry. And then I'm also going to start looking into the this big daddy here. This is the big part of the ring. There's a top and bottom, and then of course it'll go all the way around, and the pylons will be sitting in those holes. So a lot of stuff happening, having a lot of fun. It's a good model. I'll be working on it some more coming up. Hoping everybody is having fun again. Thank you so much for the comments and the subscription that people are doing, and the feedback, and enjoying it, and hope to see you soon on another Captain's Ready Room. Okay, thank you very much.